ONGC, we would have power grid. So be ready. Thank you.
Where is the presentation? ONGC. Thank you. Respected jury members and all the participants, we are from ONGC. We are from ONGC. Actually, ONGC, because it is in a having diversified operations, we have 7 institutes that look after the different aspects of the training. And we are from IDT. It is an Institute of Drilling Technology, and it is. It's not moving. Okay, so our institute, actually it is an integrated institute having R&D facilities and operation monitoring facilities and a well-established training division. So basically the training division at IDT is divided into 2 arms. One is the Drilling Technology School, which conducts training program with the objective of developing technically competent and safety conscious manpower. And the other one is the Well Control School, which looks after the mandatory trainings on well control issues. All our well control training programs are accredited by international agencies like IWCF and IADC. And in drilling industry, the cost of failures is very high. So if there is an uncontrolled flow of hydrocarbons from beneath the earth, it may lead to catastrophic consequences, leading even to irreparable damage to environment, human power. So we train and retrain our manpower on well control issues, and it is the role of this well control school which looks after this training. So our infrastructure includes simulators. We have a full-scale working rig installed at our campus. So, and we have well-equipped classrooms. And we conduct around 16 programs divided into basic and advanced courses. This gives our customers options, to choose depending on the level of the participants, depending on the experience and their present assignment. We have a very innovative training program which is called as Door Step program, where instead of participants coming at our institute, we go to the customer's venue where we sort of generate customized case studies, and then we focus on their specific issues. And this type of doorstep program is also very cost effective, because instead of so many, around 25 to 30 participants coming and at the institute, just 2-3 faculties go to the institute. This kind of saves a lot of traveling expenses and manpower days also. And we have well-written training manuals and handbooks covering from all aspects of technical to safety. At IDT, we have a very well-documented training process, and our training process is entirely customer-focused. In fact, we prepare our annual training calendar based on the inputs from our customer only. Then we have a well-appointed program coordinator who manages all aspects of the training. And for every program, we prepare a customer report, and then we share the customer report with our different customers, and based on which they give their feedback to us. And according to the feedback, we try to incorporate the changes in our training strategy to the extent possible. Now coming to the innovative best practices, especially in 2021, it was a period of digitalization, and the best thing is that we digitalized in all stages of conduction of training. We converted all the sort of QHSE formats, whether it be pre-test, whether it be registration forms, post-test, feedback forms, everything we converted into digital mode, and for all the training modules. And it is so effective that even we have decided we will be continuing with this in the future to come. Because we are into technical training, and it is a sort of practical and not just theory. It was a challenge for us to train our employees on equipment maintenance, on operations, and to be able to provide realistic training which is operationally relevant and in line with the actual scenario. So for that purpose, we converted all the PowerPoint slides into interactive modules of software. Using these interactive modules, participants can open up any component to the great details, and he can very easily visualize the different operations. So the gap that would have been there in the online training was actually completely filled up, and it was, in fact, it was more enjoyable. And then to create learning environment, we introduced many methods. Like for every training course, we will divide all the teams. We will formulate all the teams. Then we'll have quiz rounds in between different sessions. And for all the online courses, last two sections we kept only for the quiz rounds, and there were different rounds, to keep participants engaged. For example, in one round, we will put up symptoms, and then based on the symptoms, participants have to identify the problems. And in the other round, we will give up some, problem, and based on that, participants had to fill in the blanks, and different exercises were there. So this keeps the participant engaged all the time. And the best part was that the judges for that quizzes were the participants itself. So all the teams were involved that were attending the training courses. And in the pandemic time, we made all the efforts to collect the latest case studies, and these case studies were also converted into team games.
Yeah, so as Saurabh has narrated that what we have done, innovative practices that we have done online mode of training during the pandemic period. But what was the story behind that? Previously, as soon as IWCF and IADC, they started the well-controlled training in online mode examination. So we were the first one to get the accreditation for that in year 2019 for the examination. But as the corona pandemic came, the instructions were clear from our chairman and top management that we can't stop the training process, because these trainings are mandatory trainings and everyone has to attend these trainings. So everyone was coming to Dehradun for these trainings. But our instructions were clear from top management that we have to somehow conduct these training in virtual mode. And because of the compliance requirement, we were have to conduct this. So what we did is, like whatever facilities we were having, the softwares we developed, and we were the first one to get accredited for this IADC and IWCF virtual well-controlled courses, along with different online courses which we are conducting. Now coming to return on investment part. So what was the impact? So impact of the well-controlled training, just one training we are studying what was the impact. So you can see the 2021, 142 days were there, like loss due to well-controlled incidents, and in 21-22 it is 98. So 44 days and 1 day you can assume is like 15 lakhs. So in all, what we save is 5 crores just because of less NPT due to well-controlled incident. But 5 crore, you would be thinking that it is a small number. But 5 crore doesn't do the justification. If you see, last year in Oil India, a blowout was there. And what was the cost to the environment, and total cost was around 25,000 crore. That too, there is an impact on safety of the manpower. So the main thing is not only the money which we saved, but the environmental impact and the hazard which the blowouts are having. So from continuously last 7 years, because of the well-controlled training, the incidents are not taking place and no blowouts have taken place in ONGC. Now more emphasis was on safety, so that's why more near miss was reported and less accidents were taken place. And in all, how we saved the money in conclusion. So we have earned a revenue of 5.16 crore for this well-controlled trainings, from other companies, like even our candidates from IOCL are there, so their drilling employees are coming to our school for training. Oil India employees are coming to our school for well-controlled trainings. And 31 lakhs is that revenue from outside participants. And because of this digital training, what has happened is we have saved around 9 to 10 crores of the traveling and the operational impact, because of that manpower has to come to Dehradun. So now what we will be doing is some of the trainings which we require the simulator and rig, we will be conducting in digital plus hybrid mode, you can say hybrid mode, and we are having virtual simulators for that. So thank you.
We go back to your 10 slide, slide number 10. What does it convey?
So it conveys like that because of our emphasis on safety training, like our near miss incident reporting went up, return on investment. So basically near miss incidents are more reported, and every 100 near miss reported, one accident is reduced. It is the awareness is increased.
And would you want to attribute this reduction of incidents to the training alone, or is there any correlation that you established?
Ma'am, actually, we have purposefully incorporated this diagram. We are not mentioning about the accidents, because accidents, reduction in accidents might be because of many reasons.
Please speak into the mic.
Yeah, no, sorry. But when it comes to near misses, one has to be very much aware. So training and awareness plays a very important role in reporting the near misses. Earlier, people were very fearful of reporting near misses. But when we explain them the advantages in reporting near misses through stories also, the number of near misses reported are continuously on an increase.
What tools were used to assess the success of your innovative practices?
Sir, the results are on the screen. Our main actually focus is on technical trainings. So our operational NPT is reducing, and our number of near misses reported is decreasing. And as you can see over here also, number of well-controlled incidents, because our main focus is in preventing the blowouts. So if the number of days lost because of kick are decreasing, it means we are creating a huge impact.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, NGC. Our next presenters are Power Grid Corporation of India, represented by Mr. Bipin Kishore Mundu and Mr. Har Prasad Pal. And that will be followed by Engineers India Limited.
पेन ड्राइव दे दूसरा पेन ड्राइव सर के उसमें से हमें इसमें लैपटॉप में सर HDMI दे देंगे, पर आपका फिर शेयर नहीं हो पाएगा सर, स्क्रीन शेयर होगा ना जो लाइव दे रहा है। ये सर कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
पेनड्राइव में है, डाल दो। क्या कॉपी करेगा क्या अभी? कॉपी करेगा क्या? बस हो गया सर।
हीरो मोटर को पहले कर सकता है कुछ पहले यहाँ से कट के आ गया
Hero Motorcorp, are you there?
Yes, okay.
All right.
In fact,
After EIL, you will be presenting.
Okay.
Before lunch, yeah.
इसको रहने दो माउस की जरूरत नहीं है तो फिर माउस रख सेलेक्ट करने का उसको भी रहने
पुलिस में नहीं है.
इसको नेक्स्ट यूज कर सकते हैं
तो चेंजर है ना? नहीं कर रहे हो?
यस सॉरी
कीबोर्ड से.
ये क्लिक कर
Yeah. May we start? Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, respected jury members. I am B.K. Mundu, Chief General Manager, HRD. With me, Hara Prasad Pal, GMHR, HRD, and we have two young executives, Pradeep and Pratibha. This is how our training department functions. We train our employees at every stage, every level. So let me just quickly go through the brief about the company. We are a Maharatna CPSEs, and in terms of among CPSEs, we are the third largest company after NTPC and BSNL. We transmit about 90,000 megawatts of power, and we have more than 85% of inter-region transfer capacity, and our network capability is more than 99.7%. Then we'll move on to the next year. This is how we creating value to our business through L&D. I am holding a sample of technology in my hand. You can see this is not a trophy, but this is a technology we have. This is a sample of OPGW cable which we use. Like we must have seen some of the ads of the Aditya Birla Group, and they say big in your life, and we say every bite in your life, because our OPGW, we have a OPGW network of more than 80,000 kilometers, and we are the only company in India having the pan-India presence with this OPGW network. Next, strengthening we are adopting our world-class technologies like OPW, and we may be aware that during one particular incident, that is light switch off event, happened on 5th April 2020. Anybody can remember when we had to, at 9 o'clock, we had to switch off the lights across India. And what was the impact? 26.6% of the power demand plunged in one go. And the impact of that 26% was 32,000 megawatt of power gone out of, say, the network. And we were because of our technology we have, that is, we popularly call it a STATCOM, that is a static synchronous compensator. We managed to maintain the grid. This is the technology we use. Then we are also creating in Hara Prasad Pal. Well, very good afternoon. In fact, in L&D space, we are one of the benchmark for digitization and digitalization. We have got 6 websites in-house designed. We have got an in-house IT team. We are not dependent on corporate IT. We have got an in-house IT team with 4 members, highly specialist members. So with that, we have the virtual classrooms, digital lab, AR/VR experience center, simulators,
Then 6 benchmark websites. Because of we are operating a different laptop, so I was not able to showcase all these things. In terms of innovation in L&D, Sir has already mentioned how to build capability in AI ML for the future. So in that space, along with Upgrad and IIIT Bangalore, we have got a customized 15 months program. And as a part of the program, we are building 12 AI ML applications. So these are the applications. So they are in the another 50 batch, that is they have already undergone. So right now 100 AI ML experts we have created. In that also how to have more than 500 data scientists. So we are also one of the business partner for that. During COVID period, so we engaged our SMEs and created more than 92 training modules, e-courses for our in-house LMS. Then one of the benchmark and the good practices that we can mention, learning reward points. So in terms of learning reward points, this is web applications, offline and online application. So out of 6 options, so people can choose various sub-options also. They get a web learning reward. And this is an online application, so they allow to upload evidences, evidence-based applications. Then that is synchronized through SAP, PMS in SAP. So this is the benchmark application. Then I mentioned this is a benchmark application that is in a knowledge portal and e-learning portal. Then mentoring, we have got to facilitate mentoring, we have got in-house portal. So that shows the dashboards, that shows the how the people can join, how the people can access the good mentors and coaches. So to facilitate that one, that is a beautiful application. Then regarding competence-based TNA, we upgraded the system. Now this is the version 5.0, along with the proficiency level. So everything, along with the professional circle, everything that is captured in the system. Then sorry. Well, so these are some of the applications that are really benchmark in the L&D space. We have got a Power Grid Academy leadership, not only providing training for our employees, but also for the internal customer, both inside and overseas also. So that is also a real benchmark. Then in terms of ALP, sir mentioned. Then program for the stakeholders, sir mentioned. And our L&D, we have got so many L&D awards. So that is a part of our Prathifal scheme. So these are some of the good practices from Power Grid. Thank you so much, sir.
Any impact on performance or any evaluation you have done on ROI that you have not committed?
Yes, we have a feedback system for each and every training programs.
Covered even in your presentation. That was an important part of
Yes.
need.
Yes, sir. So in terms of line availability, in terms of suppose construction of TBCP towers, so earlier that cycle time that was 5 days, now that has been reduced to 3 days. Then in terms of
Mr. Pal, please speak in the mic.
project completion, sir mentioned earlier that was for more than 36 months. Now this is coming to 15 to 18 months. So that is at the broader organization space. Yes. Great, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bipin Kishore Mundu and Mr. Hariprasad Pal. Our next presenters are from Engineers India Limited. Neha Shukla, Tripti Sharma, and Ms. Anuva would be joining online.
हमारा पीपीटी कहाँ है भैया? प्रेजेंटेशन कहाँ है?
After Engineers India, we would have Rishabh Software Private Limited.
फोल्डर में होगा ना? Yes, sir. We're putting up the PPT.
I know.
सेव मत कर, तू रन कर दे बस. रन कर दे. शेयर नहीं हो रहा. ये आके शेयर लाइट ना. Put it on the presentation mode, no? Full screen mode. This is working. So shall we start? Yes, ma'am. As rightly said, great learning experiences make for a happier and more productive workforce. A very good afternoon to the respected members of the jury and my dear delegates. I am Tripti Sharma, Manager Training, Engineers India Limited. This event, which brings together HR professionals from across the industry, definitely provides us with an opportunity to discuss the emerging trends in the area of training and development and further reflect upon the development perspectives. So today, I, along with my colleague Neha Shukla, would like to take this opportunity to share with you all the innovative training practices that we have adopted at EIL in order to ensure the success of our competitive workforce. Talking about the organization, how does it? Okay. I'm sorry. Talking about the organization, Engineers India Limited is a globally competitive, world-class, total solutions engineering consultancy organization providing integrated services from concept to commissioning in the field of oil and gas and petrochemical industries. At EIL, employee value proposition is delivering excellence through its workforce, which proclaims that EIL's greatest strength is its highly qualified, highly talented, and skilled workforce. So, as a strategic business partner, the training and development function at EIL derives its direction from the business strategy and alignment with the organizational goals and objectives. The training interventions at EIL are accordingly planned by taking into account the technical competency and behavioral competency needs of the employees. EIL as an organization recognizes the importance of its professionals' needs to remain abreast with the latest knowledge and business needs. And accordingly, the training interventions are planned to cater to the functional competency and behavioral competency requirements. For the purpose, at EIL, we have a very well-established competency framework in place. A well-established competency framework is in place in EIL, which defines the role-based competency and the related proficiency levels. So now, based on these desired competencies, training interventions are designed to cater to the functional, behavioral, leadership, and skills competency requirements of the organization. Along with this, we also have capability profiling and assessment development centers, which help in chalking out individual development plans. Further, personal development plans are also designed by the employees through the PMS system that is in place in the organization. Now, these training needs coming together from different sources are then maintained employee-wise in the organization to bring about accountability of all the stakeholders that are involved. Now, these consolidated individual needs, along with business needs, provide a basis for identifying the thrust areas of training in the organization. And accordingly, the annual training calendar is designed to include behavioral competency programs, to include domain programs to cater to the technical competency requirements, and leadership programs for developing a leadership pipeline in the organization. In addition to carrying out this scientific process of training need identification, we also align our training interventions with the competency and role requirements in line with the career progression needs of the employees. So accordingly, the training interventions are grouped into 4 clusters, that is access, climb, build, and lead, and programs related to junior, middle, senior level management programs and leadership programs are conducted corresponding to these clusters. Further, we also conduct staff development programs, women development programs. Also, we have a very comprehensive training scheme for imparting training to our management trainees. Now, all these training programs are conducted in EIL's state-of-the-art, highly equipped training center, now known as Pragyan Kendra, which is located at EIL's Gurgaon office complex. I request all of you to visit it once, and you will really enjoy being there. Further, I personally take pride in sharing with you all that EIL as an organization has been able to sustain its endeavor for growth and development even during pandemic times by organizing training programs in the online mode and ensuring participation to the numbers of 2,700 participants for the training programs that were conducted in the year 2021 and vis-a-vis our employee strength of 3,000 plus. Further, talking about the training effectiveness evaluation, all the training programs at EIL are evaluated at all the 4 levels of evaluation, that is the reaction level, learning level, behavioral and ROI. At the reaction level, we capture the feedback of the participants immediately after the training program on various parameters including usefulness of the program, the course content, the training facilities that were available. Further, the learning gaps, the bridging of the learning gaps is captured with the help of pre and post assessments. Next, to identify the behavioral changes, we carry out surveys by using 360-degree feedback. Also, we have been able to assess the ROI aspect of training evaluation for the training programs that we conduct for our client organization, wherein we are able to generate revenue for our organization, that is EIL. So this is from my side. I would request now Neha to take it further from here on. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. A distinctive feature of high-performing organization is building leadership pipeline in a sustained basis. In EIL, we believe in the philosophy that leaders are made rather than born, and leaders can be learned by practice. Arohan, a leadership development program, is a long-duration program that aims at nurturing and developing leadership capabilities in-house high potentials and high performers and enabling them to occupy the key positions in the Engineers India Limited. Arohan program is characterized by the principle of transformative learning, which is based on the theme of crucible learning that involves 3 stages. First is the participant identification, which is done with the help of ADCs, Assessment Development Centers. Then is the self-reflection, which involves the chalking out of individual development plans, and then the developmental interventions that are provided to the individual to imbibe their leadership capabilities. This program is a blend of workshops, OBT, outbound training, team building exercises, gaming techniques, online workshops by management gurus and real-life cases, etc. This program is characterized by high-impact strategic action learning projects which are being allocated to a team of 4 to 5 interdisciplinary individuals under the experiential learning journey by working on these ALPs under the guidance of sponsors, guides, and SMEs. The leadership skills are honed with the help of fishbowl sessions and action labs, which give them knowledge in the area of foresightedness, planning, risk-taking, negotiation skill, etc. Let us come on the need of creating such an innovative practice in EIL, which involves building critical leadership competencies, which are groomed in the EIL DNA, and nurturing leaders with the philosophy that leaders groom leaders. The process involves ILDPs, classroom and OBT-based learning and action learning projects. The benefits from this intervention, innovative practice, is it gives opportunities to high potentials to rise in the organization and helps in timely succession planning. Most of the people in the board level and top positions have undergone this scientifically designed program. The training effectiveness is being measured with the help of 360-degree evaluation in terms of the feedback from the top management, the sponsors, guides, and SMEs. And most important is the applicability of findings of action learning projects which in the terms of implementability in the organization. The sustainability of this intervention includes that organizational strategies are framed and crafted by the employees or internal stakeholders of the organization that impact the organizational growth. Now comes our second innovative practice, which is being a knowledge partner to the oil and gas industry. Engineers India Limited is committed to its endeavor to provide premium services to its client. And in furtherance to it, we are able to provide the learning solutions to our client organization based on their learning needs. This helps us not only in generating revenue, but in the times of pandemic. In the year 2021, we have designed and best fit and tailored early solutions for our clients. We have a pool of highly knowledgeable faculty credentials, which are the professionals from IITs, IIMs, and are fully equipped with national and international certifications from PMA, Triple T, AMPP, etc. The EIL capabilities lies in providing technical trainings in the core engineering areas and specialized areas such as cathodic protection, hazardous area classification, etc. Now let us come to the benefits that we have accrued from this innovation is that we have generated revenue for the company and we are able to create more business prospects with the help of sharing knowledge to the to other organizations. This has given more visibility to our training function, which has shifted from backroom to boardroom and have converted from cost center to profit center for the company. So in the end, I just want to conclude with a simple quote that they always say, time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. Thank you very much. That's all from our side.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Is this presentation revolving around a leadership development program and succession planning alone?
It is revolving around converting training. What I understand, ma'am, from your question is that we are...
The objective of the training program that we are discussing is the impact which you have created. Because you were spending a lot of time in your previous slides on the leadership development module. So are we focusing on one training program for leadership development?
Yes, ma'am, as I understand, we are focusing on one training program. Apart from there, we also have management.
That we understood, that you have a gamut of training initiatives, and one particular program that you have highlighted here is
Arohan. Yes,
It's
yes.
a flagship leadership
So
development.
let's stick to that.
The objective of this was that you give us innovative training practices, especially that you adopted during the pandemic. You know, the focus is there.
So if we were to, sorry about cutting in. So in the interest of time, if we were to understand that in the leadership development, any specific initiatives in 2021 and what was innovative in that?
In the leadership development program, which is a flagship Arohan program, the innovative thing which has come by is the gaming techniques which we have involved and the online sessions by management gurus which we have included in the program. Further, Anubha ma'am, our head, will say something.
Yes.
Can the volume be increased, Gulvinder?
मैम को बोल दो
Anubha ji, you'll have to be a little louder.
Maybe system volume has to be increased.
Just
Yes, you are, ma'am. Please go ahead. We'll all keep quiet and maybe we can focus on what she says.
Yes, so I would like to supplement to what my colleague said. The innovativeness of the program lies in its sustainability despite the environmental disruptions that came our way, despite the leadership changes and the focus that it has brought to our building our leadership pipeline and focusing on succession planning. So year after year, we've been able to groom our leaders in-house such that they occupy the board level positions, which was the objective of this program. And the innovativeness lies in its sustainability. That throughout the years, with the change in leadership decision makers at all levels, we've been able to sustain this program and come out with and met the objectives of the program.
That's all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Neha, Tripti, and Anubaji. Up next are Hero Motocup, represented by Mr. Samir Pandey and Ms. Anubhuti Sharma.
Yeah, we are here.
Yeah.
Where's the presentation? Is there a folder?
And secondly, because we have a video, I hope audio shared is already there for online
In the
users.
Zoom. Audio share for Zoom people.
After Hero Motocup, we'll have NTPC RLI Solapur.
Please do the audio sharing for.
Okay, thank you. Should we start? Okay. Good afternoon, jury members and all my friends from the learning fraternity. Yatra naryastyo pujante ramante tatra devata. इसका अर्थ है जहाँ पे स्त्रियों का सम्मान होता है वहाँ पर देवता निवास करते हैं. Wherever women are worshipped, gods reside. And that's what I am here to share with you all today. Hello everyone, I am Samir Pandey. I am the talent development lead for Hero Motocorp and I am accompanied by Anubhuti here and Srini amongst you. We are the world's largest two-wheeler manufacturer, Hero Motocorp. Sorry, the slides are not moving. Okay. We are a multinational motorcycle and scooter company holding #1 position for the past 20 years in a row. And we have more than 100 million customers on the road today across the globe. Starting our journey in 1984 from Dharuheda plant, we now have domestic market share of 50% and presence in more than 40 countries. At Hero Motocorp, we believe supporting employee development in all stages of their career, and we are driving this under one umbrella called the Hero Talent Academy. This is a one-stop talent development solution for everyone. All technical, functional, and behavioral training get covered under this. And these are centrally conceptualized across the geographies and delivered through one platform. Our Hero Talent Academy is a consolidation of synchronous, asynchronous, inclusive, and exclusive offerings by us. Through this, we cater to our entire value chain. Starting clockwise from the left, our first subset of the HTA is the Hero Virtual Learning Center, which caters to the asynchronous learning needs of the employees through Skillsoft per CPO, which we have partnered with, and behavioral needs through our Virtual Learning Management System, which is VLMS, again extending to all our trainings which are there through this. In COVID phase, VLMS emerged as one of the most popular learning tool in our organization. More than 270,000 modules were conceptualized and completed by our employees in a span of 1 year, and 4.5 training days per person were achieved. Next in the line is the traditional way of learning, which is the instructor-led training, and there is a dip in it because of the conditions that we all know of. Moving to our role-based tiered learning programs, which kick in at a role changes stage, and learning needs arising out of our 9-box categorization, which is run across the organization. Every year we impart around 2,000 learning days under this segment. Certification programs are specially catered to our employees and the value chain. This is a series of programs evaluated, conceptualized and designed in partnership with our university, the BML Munjal University. Our knowledge partners are categorized into 4 categories, which is platinum, gold, silver and bronze, ensuring that they are also in line with our strategy. And each program has feedback, understandably, which is again fed back into the programs. Our sales and service learning academies have hybrid programs for dealer sales and service staff, again, which is for our ecosystem. And continuous knowledge and skill-based evaluation is embedded in them. Starting right in the organization, a very important aspect for us, and that is why our induction programs are covered for our new joiners. To talk more about our specific program, which has innovation in it, I would hand it over to Anubhuti.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Samir. The innovation training program practice I'm going to share with you today is specially curated for our women leaders at Hero and industry at large. In 2014, we started working on a project called Tejaswini, which was basically for more diversity in our shop floor. And we realized that there is a significant gap of women in leadership role in the ecosystem. So that's why we decided to come up with a program called Women in Leadership, which help in creating leader within the organization and for the industry at large. Initially, 3 WIL batches were held in the institute premises, but things are different now. That's why, and that's how, let us take a quick look why that happened. There's no volume, I think.
Good morning, everyone. It's indeed a very good morning because today we are going to witness a long-awaited event. Long-awaited? Yes, for many. We were planning to have this on 6th March, but things changed for the entire world and so as for us. So I would request the girl whosoever's name I will call next, please switch on your camera, unmute yourself, introduce yourself and take it forward. So first name in this sequence is Anant Lakshmi G.
Pleasant morning to one and all present here. I am Anant Lakshmi. I work in the finance department and I am a proud alumni of PMU.
Now it's time to move for WL Batch 4.
Well, from a 100% physical program has successfully transformed into a full-fledged hybrid program. Initially, Being caught by surprise due to the pandemic for continuity, the program was first converted into full-fledged virtual mode and now a hybrid program. To manage screen fatigue, the module got converted into compact capsule with 1/3 of total duration with same impact. We followed an improvement cycle for all our tiered learning interventions, and so as for WIL. We evaluate each batch for content, faculty, and delivery consistently, which ensure that the program is relevant and beneficial for the upcoming batches. Here I am presenting the improvement cycle followed in one of our WIL batches, which was 2021 batch, collecting feedback from all the participants to check the relevance and quality of the module, and improving them has become a standard practice now. So we checked the challenges, and here we identified that program buy-in from manager, because sparing females for every 3 days every month was difficult, so buy-in was important. So we conducted a manager sensitization session for everyone, and we added action learning projects so that impact of program can be seen in the program. And we have also evaluated on other parameter and remodulated our program in terms of content delivery and the capsules. So finally, we created a comprehensive program for WIL 2021. Action learning projects were identified in collaboration with department and included in the program. 8 action learning projects are already were identified in that particular batches, and 5 are already implemented. And we have and 5 are already implemented. I'm not going in the video just to in the favor of time. Over to you, Samir.
So 91 women leaders, with 66% of them still with us, 48% women leaders actually attaining lead positions, and the numbers are in front of you, and they are impacting lives of almost 500 people across the organization.
Skip this.
WIL Academy, again, a pet of Dr. Pawan Munjal, who personally takes interest in all the training programs as well as this one, is actually 60 WIL alumni are actually now going to impact 27,000 workforce across the organization, because the learnings from WIL, as we said, the tools used in WIL are also replicated in other programs, as well as the learnings from WIL will also get imparted into the other programs. Thank you.
Now we have time. I think it's better to hear from one of the participants by the time we have time. Let's have the feedback.
15 seconds only, I think.
Hi, I'm Deepshika Malik, part of Hero Motorcorp, Gurgaon. I am currently heading the HRD function in diversity and inclusion at Gurgaon. Through this journey, I have reinforced my definition of leadership, not just at professional level, but at a personal level.
We are done. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, one question. How is the outcome was measured for the new innovative practices?
Sorry?
How the outcome of the new innovative practices was measured?
How the outcome?
How it was measured?
Should I take it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are coming up with only one innovative practice, though we implement all the improvement, whatever we do in this, in other interventions as well. Here we check that what is the current, when the female entered in the program, what is the role they are performing, vis-a-vis what is the role enrichment they have got after joining the batch. Like if you have seen, there were 3 highlights in these slides, like we were not having senior females in the leadership role. That's what the program, that was the reason why this program was initiated. So I can proudly say recently 3 females from the from this batches alumni has been taken up. The plant, 2 are on plant finance head role, and 1 is on plant HR head role, which is from the recent batch. So this is how we are evaluating. Like our programs are based on certain need, and then we check whether it's being catered or not. Yeah.
So is there pre-criteria for people to enroll in the program? Do you have selection criteria?
Ma'am, it's an exclusive program because it's for female, but we don't want to do it further and exclusion, though we do take managers' recommendation. Like I was nominated by manager in this batch. However, it's an open program for all the females who want to uplift their leadership skills and in their life.
All the female employees within the Hero program?
Within the Hero with a particular experienced cadre.
Okay.
They are included.
And then you will make sure that they get absorbed within Hero itself. Is there a bond or is there something?
So, yes, please.
So, Dr. Iyer, this is a dual focused program. We don't mind losing these people because we are creating it for the society. The 68% people who are with us, but the other 34% are actually in leadership roles in other organizations. We are in touch with them. So we want to create more leaders within the ecosystem, and that's Dr. Munjal's vision, that I don't mind somebody else leading somewhere else, but I have trained the person. So that's the vision on this, and we are replicating it for other programs also. Our sales and after sales program, which has 54,000 learning hours this year itself, we have not highlighted that, is also focusing on the sales. Though we will lose people outside, but they are leaders somewhere else. That's the perspective.
Fair enough. So is that one of the yardsticks of measuring the ROI?
No, we can, but we are not tom-tomming about it. So we are not really okay. Yes, it is ROI for the society, but
That's a direct ROI that you can actually measure and publish.
it is, Dr. Iyer, but I'll reserve that for the next awards. Maybe.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Samir Pandey and Anubhuti. Up next are NTPC, RLI Solapur, represented by Mr. E. Nanda Kishore. Okay, after this, there'll be another presentation by Sirma SGS. Are you there? All right. Okay, so be ready for that.
Okay. Can I start? Most respected jury members, organizers of ISTD, and my dear friends from all across learning and development fraternity. So first of all, I will try to limit myself to Solapur, RLI Solapur, and in fact, PMI has isn't my task by presenting company profile and it being same, I'll try to skip those slides. And during this pandemic, we have never felt it is a challenge to us, and we have found a lot of opportunities for learning and development, in fact. This pandemic has created a lot of technological inventions which helped learning and development not only in NTPC and across the world. And this pandemic has given a lot of learning time to the individuals, and we have utilized it. And we found a lot of interest from the participants and participation also. And in fact, this is opportunity for us. So this is already covered. In this, actually, I want to mention that our budget out of amount mentioned by PMI, I am consuming 1 crore per annum. So this, again here, I am here. Our PMI is Apex Training Center, and we are located at regional levels. And many of the things at design of the infrastructure and some of the POs will be placed by PMI, and we will be making use of that infrastructure, and we will be designing certain things, and we have our own freedom. So as far as RLI Solapur is concerned, our in infrastructure includes, these are the classrooms, and augmented reality and virtual reality facility, and simulator center. Actually, we have two simulator centers. One is dedicated for 660 megawatt supercritical power plants, and other one is 800 megawatt supercritical power plant. And these two simulators are serving total NTPC power stations. 660 megawatt, 6 power stations in one hardware. Softwares were involved, installed, and for 800 megawatt, 5 power plant simulators, softwares installed, and we are training them accordingly. So this is already covered. So this is our employee development strategy. In the planning stage, we will be capturing stakeholder expectations, which I will be showing you in innovation methods, training need analysis, and nomination from and release. In execution stage, as you know, we are doing physical and digital mode of training, and we are taking help from the technology in all these aspects. Learning and improvement, capturing reactions, assessing learnings, measuring impacts, and justifying the investment we will be dealing. And our TNA, training need analysis, come from competency requirements of the individual, development requirement captured in the PMS. We have our own PMS form in which actually we capture the training requirements, and that will be vetted by RO also. Training requirement organized, captured from the HODs, and some of the higher level training programs will be transferring to PMI to conduct them. Organizing requirements like RE, we recently have tied up with IIT Bank, Mumbai for organizing the certification training programs in RE. Requirements from the IDPs, individual development plans, and in these things. So this is the strategic support we are giving to the organization. So for the preparation of the world-class professionals and support to the industry, and during this recent times and during 1920 also, we have trained not only NTPC, Sholapur regional, we have trained all executives of NTPC through MS Teams. And we have trained some of the transcos and discoms of Maharashtra, Telangana, and Dayu Daman on free of cost and customer relation management mode. And we have trained external organizations like Gencos, including private companies, on payment basis. This way, we have earning the revenue also. So these are the training statistics in which I have mentioned the numbers from the Sholapur and region as well as all over NTPC in the various areas. So these are the, as far as innovation is concerned, I am focusing on 6 innovations. Sholapur on its own took up. Simulated training through remote mode, competency-based training, innovation in training nominations, execution of the programs, leveraging technology, educating contractors, employees, feedback through expectations and performance format. So this is the simulated training during the pandemic because people could not come to the simulator center. Then what we have done with the help of PGCL dedicated line, we have extended this simulator now present simulator works as a server, and we have extended this server to various remote locations by installing certain computers and required infrastructure in the respective stations. And Tanda and 3-4 other stations like Meja, Tanda, and Kargan have developed their own simulator setup actually, a control room setup they have developed, and they will be able to access our simulators, and our simulators will act as servers. So faculty can be from there and faculty can be from here also. So like that we have conducted several number of batches during the pandemic, and as per the comfort level we are continuing it now also. And physical, it is in addition to the physical mode. And this is the competency framework we have developed, competency-based training I call it as. Technical competencies we have developed for each role. From there actually we have developed the competency, for training purpose, competency assessment, we have developed the modalities with which actually competency gap will come, and that will go to individual development plan. And parallelly, to develop each competency in the competency framework, we have mapped the required trainings for each competency. It becomes a big Excel sheet actually. So for those trainings will become the part of your training calendar. So that is as far as training calendar is concerned. But which training is to be given to whom? So that comes from the competency gap analysis of the individuals. So from there actually individual developments are planned. Then accordingly training center will continue the trainings. So this is VR technology as already mentioned by our PMI also, and we have trained some 4 batches in VR, and now this we are integrating in simulator now. The persons who are coming from simulator training, we will be training through VR technology. So this is another innovative training practice during pandemic we have covered is some of the female contractor employees we have trained in their hygiene, basic hygiene requirements, basic safety, money management, banking, child care, nutrition, health care. Our female, that means senior executives, ladies have trained them, and that is very useful and helpful to them. And this is capturing expectations of the stakeholders. This we made it in 2 parts. One is their expectations or requirements. Other part is how RLA is performing. So this becoming 4 matrix. Actually, in a horizontal axis, expectation. In vertical axis, y-axis, it is performance. You can see in the 4th quadrant, in one of the quadrants, so number 6, 15 and 7 and 18, 4, the other 5 parameters, where your people are expectations are also more, and RLA performance is also more. And let me say 10, 11, 2, 3, 9 areas. Their expectations are, but performance is less. RLA is, performance is less. So in this 12, 13, their expectations are less, performance is less, not a big issue. Then 14, where RLA performance is more, so we have to reorganize our resources. This is training our contractor employees. During the pandemic, we have trained several contractor employees, not only job-specific areas and safety areas also. Now it is continuing. So these are the results achieved through the, sir, a minute please. Results achieved during with the help of simulated training, desk engineers could save equipment from the trippings 15 number of occasions and took 17 efficiency improvement projects. With the help of SSA training, I am also one of the CAA SSA, undergone CAA SSA training, and I have done 6 external companies assessment on business excellence model of the CAA. With the help, that company has given me that opportunity. SAP hands-on training, and with the help of that, many PRs are being raised without any mistake. And webinar and flashover presentation, during we were able to give them understanding why flashovers are happening, and this is one of the key focused area nowadays in our company. So training on part, this is to reduce the tube leakages, we have done it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for extending the time. Thank you.
You took much more time than your other colleague from PMI. I find, there is not much difference in innovation that they did or you did, except for maybe simulation, which you mentioned and highlighted.
Yes.
So you don't find any significant.
Those 5 slides.
Yes. The same.
Yes.
There are 2 competitors for the same slot. I think something has to be thought Any questions?
No, actually, sir, in this, I try to mention my area innovations, in fact. So those 5, 6 innovations I mentioned, they are my specific areas I have mentioned. Yes, yes.
So I told you that one which was significantly apart, and maybe one more. That's all. I don't have their presentation before me, otherwise I would have compared. So anyway.
Yes, yes, yes.
One question I have. What are the innovative training practices which are adopted during 20 and 21 during that period?
Innovative training practices. That is training female women contractor workers and training our own contractor employees. And ERVR technology we have implemented.
That was all.
And simulator training anyhow, remote simulator training. And in addition to that, a lot of trainings we do, that is different. Actually, I am focusing on these innovations only. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nandakishore.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we have Sirma SGS Technology Limited, Chennai, represented by Mr. Sarvanan and Ms. Deepika.
A very good afternoon to all the present here, respected jury members. Myself, Saruna Kumar, and I represent HR Department, Sirma SGS Technology, Chennai. And along with me, I have my colleague Deepika Chauhan to assist me for this slides. So let me first start with introducing our company to all the people. Sirma Technology, as such, is a part of Tendon Group of companies. And we are a contractual electronic manufacturing company based at Chennai. 1 minute. Can you make the slides bigger?
This one?
Yeah. Okay. Right. The slide is not coming. Okay, right. So, Sirma Technology carries a legacy of 40 years in developing technology-based manufacturing company across the globe, and we are the market leader in developing innovative products in RFID and magnetics, serving 150 plus customers. And we have produced over 600 million units of OEM products in the last 10 years, and we have built a world-class manufacturing facility in EMS, Electronic Manufacturing Services, with a strong supply chain network of 120 plus in countries, with around 120 vendors in 12 countries. And now adding value to our product, we bring IoT solutions to our commercial and industry markets, specialization in RFID and magnetic products. So we have shown consistent sales growth of 35% in the last 3 years, and it is still continuing. And we have around 8 manufacturing facilities spread across in India, and satellite plants, 4 satellite units with a headcount of 4,000 plus.
Now I would like to take towards the training framework which we are using. This is our training framework. At Sirma, our mission for training is to train the talents for all type of activities and tasks that supports the Sirma staff and operators in their endeavor to acquire required training qualification and to create high performance organization. Our training need is assessed on 4 parameters, which is based on organizational, departmental, individual, and strategic business needs. We also work on many different type of modules like pre and post test assessment, on-site and practical training based on OJT. We also have e-modules, interactive sessions and assignments. Apart from this, we have major groups for inbound trainings and outbound trainings. This is our training ecosystem. We evaluate the needs based on the Form 2 KRA, business needs, performance and feedbacks, and individual skill and competency gap analysis. And based on that, we have various kind of modules, like we have skill development centers at various locations. We have focus group, core group, and we have a program for the women empowerment. We also have e-learning initiative through the LinkedIn programs and Udemy programs. Also, we have a scheme for Grow Within, where we are upgrading our trainees to the senior level. This is our training ecosystem. We focus on continuous learning and conventional learning programs.
In any manufacturing company, skill development is of prime importance. So we have, for that, we have established a skill development center in our facility for training operators and the newcomers. These trainings, we have a customized training programs and a dedicated skill development centers. And this designated in-house skill development center was established in 2006 with a 900 square feet, providing orientation and on-the-job training for the operators. It is a simulated setup for the shop floor, which would give the learners a real-time experience. Critical skills such as soldering, winding, visual inspections, potting, epoxy potting are the major focus in the section of RFID. With a view to reduce the redundancy, dependency on the trainers, and to increase and to strengthen the to strengthen the accountability of the operators, we have repositories of e-models which were created by the trainers themselves. And anytime the operators can just log in and they can view the e-modules and learn the processes and the systems. Operators will have to undergo 5 days of rigorous training when they walk into the skill development center. The first day, they will have to will apprise the company's products, services, and HR practices. And second day, they will undergo the e-modules on safety, 5S, SMT, and ESD, and PPAs. On third day, they will be allocated to the specific department, and they will undergo the department-specific trainings and on-the-job training. Similar to our in-house skill development center, we have established an external skill development center within the city in a place called Aryapuram in Chennai. So that we have joined hands with the Rotary Club of Madras Marina to help the poor people to just learn the technicals and to have a decent job at the end of the course. We have designed a course of 6 months wherein the poor people has to just run through the course, and after that course they will be observed in a company in a decent salary. So this initiative is we have taken it as a corporate social responsibility.
Now I would like to take you towards our innovative practices which we are using in our SDC. We have various kind of games and activities which is helping our employees for improvement of their motor skills. Like we have dartboard activity, we have bed color separation activity, we have bed insertion activity, pegboard activity, and ball passing and component selection. Ball passing is helping our employees for the teamwork and other things, and dartboard, bed color insertion, they are helping the employees for the concentration and their hand coordination.
One of our initiatives that I've taken during the pandemic is bringing our skill development center, taking the skill development center to rural units. So we have started a small skill development center there and focused more on fundamentals on the training for the women workforce. As we all know, in electronic industry, handling smaller parts is very difficult And so women workforce by nature, they have that capability to handle smaller parts and to have a precision, precision assembling in electronics. So that's how we have started many skill development centers in rural areas to empower the female workforce. And we have created a strong leadership pipeline and strong leadership pipeline. We have formed a core team, and this team comprised of in the capacity of managers to DGM level, and they will be the future successors of the each function, each department. And this team is formed, handpicked from the HODs, so that they will be the future successors of the functions. Similarly, the next line of leadership is young leaders, and they will be formed in the capacity of senior engineers, senior executives to manager level. They will be the future managers of the functions. Our next program is GT program, and this is a 2-year training program, a flagship program of Sirma Technology, wherein the fresh talents from out of college, where we have recruited through the campus recruitment, they will undergo 2 years of rigorous training. First 3 months they will be get department orientation and how the departments are interlinked. So department functions will apprise them of their department functions and orientations, and they will undergo many projects like mini projects, small assignments, and in the next 9 months they will be allocated to a specific department and they start working in the special projects.
Now I would like to take you towards our training hours and the training we have increased in. In the time of COVID, we have helped our employees through the training online courses through LinkedIn and Udemy. We also send the training videos related to technicals and behavioral trainings to our operators also, because they don't have any access to the laptop, so we send it through WhatsApp. We also had a tie-up with the various institutes for the knowledge partners. We also focused on the behavioral leadership and technical and soft skill training. Apart from this, in continuous learning, we have Gamba walks, we have daily review meetings and weekly review meetings with our CEO. This is our ROI. If we talk about ROI, we have Kaizens, number of Kaizens improved in 2020-21 to 801. Apart from this, we have 90 number of people who were taken on to next level. We have a retention of in a core team, young leaders and grow from within scheme up to 97%.
With a strong leadership pipeline at senior level and middle level, and having skill development centers at Chennai and down south in satellite plants, and various training programs in skill development center, we have registered 18% growth in 2021 and have shown 167% from 2015. With that, we have also seen qualitative results like increase in new customers and bringing in new business leads, and unlocking the women empowerment in the rural side, and giving a clear career path to our operators and staffs.
So if I were to ask a question that I see from your report here, this in-house skill development center, how old has it been?
It is a 5 years old.
5 years.
5 years old.
So did it, accomplish something specific during the pandemic and in the 2021 period?
Yeah, we have taken.
And you put in here for the finger gym and a few initiatives. Are these specifically introduced only in this period, or were they there even 2019?
We have added few more initiatives along with that. What we have.
And what was the motive of adding these specific initiatives during this period?
And to increase the productivity. I mean, we just to increase the productivity and
so
to.
Now, do you have a before and after comparison? Before the initiative and after the initiative?
We don't have the slide, but we have seen that improve. Yeah. Yeah.
Ma'am, we have an increase in the productivity, RFID productivity. I will show you. It's there in the second last slide.
This one.
Ma'am, you can see in the slide number, second last slide, there is an improve in productivity from 450 to 533.
So you attribute all these improvements to these new initiatives?
Yes, ma'am, because this is the new initiative we have started in this period.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarvanan and Deepika. So that was the last presentation before we break for lunch. And we are back on schedule. We have completed all the planned presentations. So a big round of applause for all of you. Thank you so much. All right, so the lunch break is for 45 minutes. So please be back here 2:20, yeah? At 2:20 sharp. We will be starting with the presentation by TSDC, right? That will be the first presentation. Thank you.
तो कहाँ गए वो जो थे दूसरे गया वो नहीं है
तो टाइम देखते रहना आई विल नॉट टेक मोर देन
मैंने यहाँ लगा दिया सर सेल्फ टाइमर लगाया
इसको
शेयर मोड पे डालना है सो दैट वीडियो में भी आवाज़ आएगी ठीक है और पीपीटी में कोई दिक्कत
For those who came in late, our next presentation is by TSDC Limited. TSDC is represented by Mr. S.K. Sharma, Mr. Abhishek Tomar and Mr. Ashish Pathak. And after TSDC, we will have Union Bank of India. Union Bank, are you there? Yes. All right. Okay, sir.
आप इसको स्लाइड्स पे करिए सर
ये आपका नहीं है ना ये
मेरा ही है ये मेरा ही है इसको सर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हो सर इन बिटवीन स्लाइड्स ओपन
ये ना कुछ वो स्टॉप करना पड़ेगा पुराना वाला पुराने क्लोज
नहीं अभी चल गया था ही वाज हियर
शेयर कर रखा आपने
हाँ सही कर रखा स्टॉप कर दो शायद स्टॉप कर दो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है
क्या हुआ
नहीं यार डुप्लीकेट नहीं लगेगा कंट्रोल की में कंट्रोल की सब की में इसमें दो पुराने शेयर रखी ना
वो नहीं एक मिनट
स्क्रीन सीट
एक मिनट कौन सा वाला है यही वाला
हाँ हाँ ये नीचे वाला अच्छा सर मैं यहाँ से देख पाऊँगा ना पूरा प्रॉपर चलेगा यहाँ से नहीं नहीं वही और इसको स्क्रीन कर दिए सर फुल
हो गया ना
वो फुल स्क्रीन पे आना चाहिए इधर भी
फुल पे है चल रहा है
वो नहीं आया सर अभी 1 मिनट ठीक सर स्टार्ट करें सर
इसमें बॉयज़ भी है
Can we start? Thank you, sir. Great afternoon, everyone. Most reverend jury members and delegates and participants from different organizations present here. It is my great privilege to be part of this national event on innovative training practice being organized by ISTD. My name is S.K. Sharma, Deputy General Manager HR, TSDC from TSDC India Limited. I'm here along with my teammate, Mr. Ashish Pathak, Senior Officer HR, and Abhishek Tomar. TSDC India Limited, formerly known as Tehri Hydro Development Corporation, was incorporated on 12th July 1988 as a joint venture of Government of India and Government of UP. With the sole objective of developing Tehri hydropower complex of 2400 megawatt capacity. Later on, with the pursuant to strategic sale, now the equity in TSDC is shared between NTPC and Government of UP. Over the years, company has grown into multi-project organizations spread over across the states, and it has diversified in all sorts of conventional and non-conventional energy sources. We believe that in a competitive and resource-scarce business environment, it is the inner strength of the organization which leads to success and growth of the organization. The human capital, which plays a vital role in enabling the strategic issues, needs to be enriched with knowledge, skill, and attitude through trainings. With this objective, TSDC has established an HRD center, which is known as Center of Excellence in Learning and Development. And we firmly believe that focusing on quality of training aligned with business goals will certainly improve the quality of people in the organization. With this backdrop, I would request my colleague Ashish to move on the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm Ashish Pathak, MBA grad from IIT Kharagpur, as working as senior officer in TSDC India Limited. It is an honor to present in front of you all, and as an innovative practice itself, I'm here to present because of a screening process. This is a painting of mine. This won first prize in TSDC India Limited, and that is why I'm here to present this innovative training practices. As already sir told about TSDC India Limited, without taking much time about it, I would directly move towards the टिहरी बांध, जो एक संघर्ष की कहानी रही है. पहाड़ों में हम स्थित हैं. कोरोना के टाइम में पहाड़ों में जो विपत्ति आई है वो अनपैरेलल है कहीं से भी यदि हम कंपेयर करें. और हमारा पूरा फोकस 19-20-21 की ट्रेनिंग में जो रहा है वो कोविड के द्वारा हुई विपत्तियों से अपलिफ्टमेंट में रहा है. कहते हैं जान है तो जहान है, तभी बाकी संसार है. यदि जान नहीं तो हम कितनी भी लीडरशिप थ्योरीज की बात कर लें, हम किसी चीज़ की भी बात कर लें, और हम कितनी भी ROI बात कर लें. आज मैं यहाँ पे खड़ा हूँ, ये हमारी जो इनोवेटिव प्रैक्टिसेस है, मैं खुद एक ROI हूँ. यदि मैं इस तरह की इनोवेटिव प्रैक्टिसेस हमारे यहाँ नहीं होती तो शायद मैं आज जिंदा भी नहीं होता. तो हमने TNA के लिए यहाँ पे कल्चरल ऑडिट की और देखा कि एडवोकेसी कल्चर की रिक्वायरमेंट है. देन वी वेंट विथ पैरेटो चार्ट एंड वी अंडरस्टूड दैट देयर इज़ अ नीड ऑफ रिकॉग्निशन, सोसाइटल आउटरीच, सोसाइटल कॉज एंड इनोवेशन इन टेक्नोलॉजी. यदि मैं इनोवेटिव ट्रेनिंग प्रैक्टिसेस की बात करूं तो सबसे पहले आता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मेंटरशिप मॉडल. हमारे यहाँ क्या हुआ, जब कोविड आया तो जो हमारी O&M की टीम थी, बाकी सब तो घर पे हो गए क्योंकि वो लॉकडाउन था, किसी को बाहर निकलने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी. बट O&M को चलाना था. लोग डरते थे, लोग जाते ही नहीं थे. उन्हें लगता था कि हम मर जाएंगे, हमारे बच्चों का क्या होगा. आज भी मुझे याद है जब टिहरी में पहला केस आया था, उस दिन शायद ही कहीं पर खाना बना होगा उस रात. इतना भय था, इतना वो माहौल था, सब्जी नहीं मिलती थी, कुछ भी नहीं मिलती थी. तो ऐसे में ज़रूरी था कि जो हमारे टॉप लीडर लाइक ED, CGM, HR और मैं उनके साथ वहाँ पर जाते थे, वहाँ पे उनके साथ बैठते थे, उन्हीं के साथ हम 8 घंटे की पूरी ड्यूटी करते थे उनका मनोबल बढ़ाने के लिए. तो ये एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मेंटरशिप मॉडल है और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उस समय इसी तरह के इंटरवेंशंस की ज़रूरत थी. मैं यदि आगे बढ़ूं तो उस समय मास्क नहीं था, सैनिटाइजर नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था, खाने पीने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी. हमारे यहाँ प्रोक्योरमेंट का एक सेक्शन है, जैसे सभी PSUs में होता है, एक सेक्शन होता है प्रोक्योरमेंट का, वो प्रोक्योर करता है चीज़ें. लेकिन बाकियों को प्रोक्योरमेंट के बारे में नहीं पता. यदि मैं किसी को बोलूँ कि जाओ तुम 10 मास्क लेके आ जाओ, वो नहीं जाएगा. ऐसे में ज़रूरत थी हमें एक टीम बनाने की जो प्रोक्योरमेंट की चीज़ों को समझे. वहाँ पर हमने इनोवेशन लाया. हमने 84 नोडल ऑफिसर्स बनाए. वो सिर्फ THDC के नहीं थे, उसमें कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल एम्प्लॉयज़ थे. मेरी तबीयत खराब हुई तो मुझे कोई THDC का ड्राइवर लेके नहीं गया. जो कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल एम्प्लॉयज़ वहाँ पर ड्राइवर था वो मुझे लेके गया. तो उनको अपलिफ्टमेंट करने की जरूरत थी, उन्हें सिखाने की जरूरत थी कैसे PPE पहनना है, कैसे मास्क को डिस्कार्ड करना है. जब आप घर पहुंचोगे अपने बच्चों से डायरेक्ट नहीं मिलना है. तो ये हमने इस तरह की चीज़ वहाँ पे लाई, एक नितांत नाम रखा और 84 नोडल ऑफिसर हमने बनाए अक्रॉस TSDC. और मैं आपको बताऊँ, इसके द्वारा हमने 85,000 मास्क जो 300 रुपये कॉस्ट पे मिलता था वो हमें 13 रुपये कॉस्ट का पड़ा, क्योंकि हमने पूरे परिवारों को इन्वॉल्व किया. O&M के लिए हमें प्रतिदिन 1000 मास्क की ज़रूरत पड़ती थी क्योंकि उन्हें हर शिफ्ट में उसे चेंज करना होता था. इसके बाद यदि मैं बात करूं, उत्थान. पहाड़ों में विपत्ति ऐसी थी, खाने को नहीं, सामान ही नहीं पहुंच रहा था, सब्जियां नहीं पहुंच रही थी. इसके लिए मैं THDC को धन्यवाद भी करना चाहूँगा कि जो हमारा फॉरेन ट्रेनिंग के लिए पैसा था THDC में, वो हमारा करीब 1 करोड़ का पैसा, वो हमने पूरा लोकल कम्युनिटी में इन्वेस्ट किया, क्योंकि हमें पता था अगले 2 साल तक अब कोई फॉरेन ट्रेनिंग नहीं होनी. उस पैसे को आप लगाओ, आज जान है तो कल जहान है. तो इस तरह की चीज़ों को हमने इनोवेट किया. सब्जी वाले को हमने बोला कि तुम एक्स्ट्रा पैसे लो, तुम सब्जी लेके आओ. उसके लिए अलग गाड़ी की व्यवस्था करवाई. वो ऋषिकेश से आता था, सब्जी लेके आता था. तो इस तरह की चीज़ें जो ग्रास रूट लेवल पे रही. फिर धीरे धीरे जैसे लॉकडाउन खुलता रहा, बात आई जान भी जहान भी, क्योंकि प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है, आपको कॉस्ट कहीं ना कहीं दिखानी है. तो उस तरह की चीज़ों को भी किया गया. यहाँ पे मैं एक वीडियो प्ले करना चाहूँगा जो हमारे HRD और उनके द्वारा की गई लोकल कम्युनिटी सोसाइटल आउटरीच की बात की गई. स्टिचिंग कैंप मास्क के लिए लगाया गया है। ज़्यादा समय नहीं है इसलिए मैं वीडियो को यहीं पे रोकूंगा और आगे बढ़ेंगे। पढ़ाई, बच्चों की पढ़ाई खत्म हो गई थी क्योंकि स्कूल ही नहीं खुल रहे थे, 1 साल पूरा डिस्टर्ब रहा। जो हमारा पैसा वहाँ से हमने बाईजूस अनअकैडमी के साथ लिंक किया और उनको प्रोवाइड कराए टैबलेट। जैसे हमने एक कहीं पे सेंटर इस्टेब्लिश किया टिहरी में और उनको प्रोवाइड कराए टैबलेट। उनको हमने बाईजूस से क्लासेस की जो फीस थी वो हमने उनको खरीद के दी। तो इस तरह के मॉडल, जैसे मैं गया वहाँ पे स्कूल पे समझने गया कि बच्चों में कितना उत्साह था, लेकिन ये स्कूल बंद हो गई कोविड के दौरान। ये हमारी खुद की स्कूल है TSDC की, ये बंद हो गई। तो इसको करना जरूरी था। इसके बाद सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम आई हमारे साथ रिटायर्ड एम्प्लॉयज़ के साथ। सभी PSUs में पोस्ट मेडिकल बेनिफिट होते हैं। पोस्ट मेडिकल बेनिफिट कैसे वो करते हैं, वो कहीं भी अपना इलाज कराते हैं और बाई पोस्ट भेजते हैं अपना बिल प्रोसेस करने के लिए। जब पोस्ट की सर्विसेज ही नहीं चल रही थी और जब तक आदमी नौकरी में होता है तब उसके पास पैसे होते हैं। रिटायरमेंट के बाद वो किसी भी बड़ी पोस्ट से भी निकला हो और यदि उसके पास एक जरिया नहीं है इनकम का, उसको प्रॉब्लम आती है मेडिकल के कॉस्ट में। तो उस समय हमने HRD के थ्रू लॉन्च किया एक ऑनलाइन पोर्टल जिसमें वो ऑनलाइन अपना बिल प्रोसेस कर सकते हैं। विदिन 24 आवर्स उनको पैसा उनके अकाउंट पे पहुंचाया गया। लोग घर पे बैठे थे, उस समय कुछ काम नहीं था, तो हमने एक जेट कम्युनिटी पोर्टल लॉन्च किया। उसमें क्या किया कि सभी अपने क्वेश्चंस डाले, जो उनको क्वेश्चन जो लर्निंग है, क्योंकि 1-to-1 इंटरेक्शन नहीं हो पा रहा था, तो हमने वो चीज़ें डाली। लोग उसमें अपने आंसर्स पोस्ट करते थे। जो सबसे ज़्यादा आंसर लाइक किया जाता था उसका हमने डायरेक्ट PMS से लिंक किया। जो एडिशनल मार्क का कॉलम होता है, 20 मार्क का कॉलम होता है, उससे लिंक किया। और इसमें हमने देखा कि बहुत सारे रिस्पॉन्सेस आए। यहाँ पे मैं एक दिखा रहा हूँ कि 234, 1400 इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस और इस तरह के आंसर्स वहाँ पे रिसीव हुए। ये है स्वयं हमारे पास 24 बेड फैसिलिटी का ऋषिकेश में माँ गंगा के किनारे ऋषि मुनियों की जो देवभूमि है, तपोभूमि है, वहाँ पे हमारे पास 40 बेड फैसिलिटी है। तो उसको हमने एज अ कोविड केयर सेंटर में कन्वर्ट किया। ट्रेनिंग तो हो नहीं रही थी और वो बिल्कुल आइसोलेटेड उस पर है, तो हमने वहाँ पे इसको किया। इसी तरह जो प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे थे हमारे जो MBA थे, उनकी क्लासेस बंद हो गई। अब उनको प्रोजेक्ट करना है, कोई टॉपिक ही नहीं था, तो हमने उनको रियल टाइम एक्सेसिबल हेल्प डेस्क प्रोवाइड कराया जिससे वो प्रोजेक्ट कर सके। ये एक प्रोजेक्ट है जिन्होंने इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस पे उस समय किया और उनको हमने R की ट्रेनिंग, SPSS की ट्रेनिंग कराई। उन्होंने कोरिलेशन निकाला, मल्टीलीनियर रिग्रेशन निकाला और इस तरह की चीज़ों को कराया। कुटुंब, जैसे कि मैंने बताया, कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल एम्प्लॉयज़ का योगदान हमारे जीवन में इतना रहा है कोविड के दौरान जिसकी मैं व्याख्या भी नहीं कर सकता। आज मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, मेरी तबीयत खराब हुई, एम्बुलेंस में वो 48 घंटे एम्बुलेंस पे रहा एक कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल एम्प्लॉयज़ और मुझे लेके गया। तो उनके अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए उनको हम कैसे, उनकी फैमिली से जब हम दूर रखते थे, उनको किस तरीके से ट्रेनिंग करते थे कि आपको क्या सैनिटाइज करनी है चीज़ें, PPE किट कैसे पहननी है। तो ये कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल एक मैत्री सबसे ज़्यादा जरूरी थे लोगों का हौसला बना के रखना, खासकर O&M प्रोजेक्ट्स में। तो हमने एक मैत्री स्कीम को उस समय लॉन्च किया। उसमें हमने आइडेंटिफाई किए मेंबर ऑफ सहयोग, एम्पैथाइजर्स बनाए, उनको हमने एम्पैथी पे ट्रेनिंग दी। एक ये चीज़ रही, जब हमारे पास खाली टाइम था तो HRD ने हमसे पेपर्स मंगाए बीच बीच में हमें अपस्किल करने के लिए, खासकर जो हमारा ET बैच था। उसका रिजल्ट ये भी है कि हम लोग पावर HR फोरम के Q4 इवेंट में भी 1 लाख रुपए जीत के आए। एक बार रनर्स थे तो 50,000 रुपये जीत के आए। तो ये HRD के इंटरवेंशन है जिन्होंने हमें डायरेक्टली ग्राउंड पे टच किया। यदि मैं स्टेक होल्डर सेलियंस की बात करूँ तो लीडरशिप का जो रोल रहा है, यदि पूरी बात करें तो पूरे में हम 14% हमने आइडेंटिफाई किया कि पूरे उसमें 14% इन्वॉल्वमेंट। यदि मैं 6000 मैन डेज की बात करूँ तो उसका 14% यू कैन इमेजिन कि हमारे CMD EDs उस लेवल पे आके, ग्राउंड लेवल पे आके उन्होंने काम किया है यहाँ पे। ये हमने एक पर्टिकुलर मॉडल का यहाँ पे ROTI दिखाने की कोशिश की है। स्वयं मॉडल जो हमारा कोविड के दौरान था, कितना पैसा हमने बचाया, हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन होता, उसी समय हमारा ET का इंडक्शन हुआ था, उनकी ट्रेनिंग को इंश्योर करना था। तो एक पर्टिकुलर मॉडल का हमने यहाँ पे ROTI दिखाया है। इसी तरह मैंने हर एक्टिविटी का यहाँ पे हमने दिखाया है कि क्या इम्पैक्ट रहा है। इम्पैक्ट को हमने नेट प्रमोटर स्कोर से निकाला है, हाउ लाइकली वुड यू लाइक टू प्रमोट दिस टू अदर्स, उससे निकाला है। साथ ही साथ हमने स्पीयरमैन कोफिशिएंट भी लिया है कोरिलेशन के लिए कि कितना इसका इम्पैक्ट रहा है, पॉजिटिव रहा है, नेगेटिव रहा है। और ये लास्ट में मेरी एक पेंटिंग है, मानवता के बिना कोई भी HRD का इंटरवेंशन पूरा नहीं हो सकता है। तो इस आपदा ने हमें यही सिखाया है कि हैव अ ह्यूमन टच। खासकर पहाड़ों में आप कभी भी आइए, वहाँ पे देखेंगे कितनी प्रॉब्लम है। और साथ ही ISTD को हमारी तरफ से एक छोटा सा गिफ्ट भी है। एक 6 साल की बच्ची है जिसको हमने पढ़ाई के द्वारा इंगेज किया था और उसने एक ROTI का मॉडल यहाँ पे बना के और ISTD को दिया है। तो मैं चाहूँगा बाद में इसको देने का कष्ट करेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच। Yes, sir. Thank you.
Besides this, there were other innovatives also.
एक इनोवेटिव था सर उस समय क्या था कि हमारा जो लेबर का होता है, जैसे हमारे यहाँ HCC काम करती है, हिंदुस्तान कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनी काम करती है, तो उनको वहीं प्रोजेक्ट साइट पे एक शेड दिया गया है। बहुत बड़ा शेड है जिसमें 300 लोग रहते हैं। अब 300 लोगों में एक आदमी को कोविड आ गया। अब वो पूरा जोन जो था वो कंटेनमेंट जोन बना दिया गया था, क्योंकि 100 पे पहुंचा। उनके साथ सबसे बड़ी समस्या थी कि वो खुद ही खाना बनाते थे, सब करते थे। अब जो हमारा CSR का वो था वो हमने पहले ही उन्हें दे दिया था। तो एक जो फंड वाला जो पार्ट था वो हमने एडिशनली हमने 1 साल का और जो फॉरेन का है, मतलब 1.5 साल का हमने निकाल के वहाँ पे दिया है। ये हमारे HRD के जो उस समय हेड थे उन्होंने दिया है, और हम वहाँ पे फूड राशन और ये सब पहचानते थे। इसको हमने नाम दिया था सर शिक्षा, दीक्षा और योगदान। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा वो था। साथ ही साथ हमने उनको जो हमारा HRD सेंटर टिहरी में है वहाँ पे उनके रुकने की व्यवस्था भी की थी। और जब हमने उनको वहाँ पे रुकने की व्यवस्था भी की थी तो उनको अवेयर भी कराया था कि आप अपनी फैमिली मेम्बर से जब मिलें तो कैसे मिलें, आप कौन कौन सी मेडिसिन ले सकते हैं। और इसमें HRD का रोल 45% था, 10% रोल हमारा डायरेक्ट HR जो एडमिन का था, और मेडिकल का जो हमारे यहाँ। और टिहरी में हमारी जो मेडिकल है जो फैसिलिटी है वो सिर्फ हमारे प्लांट के लिए नहीं है, वो जितना भी टिहरी गढ़वाल में रीजन है वो सबके लिए है। तो उस समय पे वहाँ पे हम कैंप लगाते थे, हम अपने इंडिविजुअल्स को बैठाते थे कि आप किस तरीके से आओ, लाइन में आओ, एक एक करके आओ। कई बार वो कोई भी दवा ले लेते थे, कुछ भी ले लेते थे, मेडिकल पे भीड़ लगी रहती थी। तो उसमें भी हमने, क्योंकि मेडिकल टीम हमारी लिमिटेड थी, तो HRD के रिसोर्सेज को हमने वहाँ पे जितने भी यूनिट्स में थे इस तरीके से रिसोर्स के। थैंक यू सर।
इवन हमारे डॉक्टर्स ने YouTube चैनल्स के जरिए लोगों को अवेयर किया, आसपास के लोगों को भी, एंड टू द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर वर्कर्स आल्सो एंड टू द THDC एम्प्लॉइज आल्सो, दैट YouTube लिंक इज आल्सो अवेलेबल।
Ashish, you made a good emotional impact, but it is really not related to the topic. We are here to evaluate training systems, the training practice.
Yes, sir.
This is more of HR good practice.
Yes, sir.
In times of crisis. So fine, we compliment you for what HR of Tehri and you all did at that particular occasion. It is appreciated. But we have to see and evaluate in terms of the real topic and the objective of the program.
Sir, can I have yeah. So since we had a very less time, so we presented what we felt had a best impact in that period, because 8 to 9 months no offices were opened, so there was no real intervention. I don't know like if there would have been programs running already, but everything was suspended. Our main focus in any of the organization focus was the survival of business. At that time, what we could do is, we were doing the online classes, we were doing the online trainings, we were doing all those things which other organizations were doing, but we extended the role of HRD in terms of tragedy. जैसे सर 2013 में ट्रेजिडी आई थी, तो उस समय भी ऐसे ही हुआ था जब केदारनाथ ट्रेजिडी आई थी। अब वहाँ पे लोग आते थे, अब HRD के जितने भी इंटरवेंशंस थे हम उनको रिसोर्स को डिप्लॉय करते थे, उसको हम स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन करने में यूज़ करते थे, डेटा मैनेजमेंट करने में यूज़ करते थे। साथ ही साथ यहाँ पे सर जो यदि हम रियल टर्म्स में HR के इंटरवेंशंस की बात करें, जैसे कम्युनिटी जेट प्रोग्राम है, कम्युनिटी जेट प्रोग्राम मैं मानता हूँ कि एक गेम चेंजर है। इसमें हमने क्या किया कि सिंस क्लासेस नहीं हो रही बट आपको लोगों को HRD में एंगेज करके रखना है, तो आपने एक ऐसा पोर्टल बनाया जिसमें everyone is a trainer and everyone is a learner. So that is one kind of innovative program that we did. So to be very frank sir, मैं बताऊं, जब 25 मार्च को मुझे याद है जब लॉकडाउन लगा था, 25 मार्च के बाद जब लॉकडाउन लगने के बाद सिर्फ हमारे यहाँ 5 बोलेरो जाती थी पावर हाउस, पूरा ऑफिस शट डाउन था सर उस समय पे। और ये जाके सितंबर में थोड़ा सा कंडीशन ठीक हुई थी, और अगले साल फिर यही कंडीशन चालू हो गई थी जनवरी के बाद। तो क्लासरूम ट्रेनिंग्स और इन सब चीज़ों का तो एस्पेक्ट वहाँ पे वैसे ही ख़त्म हो गया था सर। ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सर।
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sharma, Mr. Tomar, Mr. Ashish Pathak. Up next are Union Bank of India, represented by Mr. Satyamurthy, Mr. Rishikesh Mishra, and Mr. Dinesh Mishra. And after Union Bank, we will have Vizag Steel.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
It's working? Hello? Working now? Great.
Now it is being shared, right?
Yeah, you can start. Let's introduce bank.
इसको पीछे ले जाना है. चलो, पीछे ले जाओ. Shall we start? Respected jury members, shall we start now? Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone presented here, and respected jury members. Thank you giving us opportunity today. ISTD also, I would like to extend a great deal of thanks for that. We are coming here from all the way from Bangalore, from Staff College Bangalore, Union Bank of India, which is a premier institute, and it is a part of the large network of Union Bank of India training system. And today we are going to showcase the real case study, which was one of the mega exercise we undertook along with collaboration with other business vertical. It is about how we went about in amalgamation with the concurrent pandemic which was running. So how we did it successfully, what was the training intervention, most importantly, what were the innovative training intervention that we undertook during that particular period. So for that purpose, I have been joined by my principal, Shri Rishikesh Mr. Sir. He would be taking you through the details of the practices for that particular year. So over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dinesh. Am I audible to all of you? Yes, respected jury members and all colleagues from different organizations, very good afternoon to all of you. It's a great pleasure for me to present here before you about our training intervention in the pandemic era, once in a century kind of black swan event when the humanity was at threat, and what kind of intervention we have taken. So I will start with this sloka: Sarve bhavantu sukhna, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. It is said that necessity is the mother of invention, and again every creature evolves with the challenges posed by the nature. So is the case with the individual as well as with the organization. So how we evolve from the physical training system to the digital platform, that we'll see that our Union Bank of India, after amalgamation of this, a very big challenge was there before the bank after amalgamation, and then we became the fifth largest in terms of business and fourth largest in terms of network, having more than 9,300 plus branches, 11,650 and all these, more than 15.50 trillion business of Union Bank of India, 78,000 plus staff members, having the training center at 10 places across the country, strategically located 10 centers, 32 classrooms, and hostel capacity of 840 and 941 classroom capacity. So these are actually our main aim is to develop our staff members on these three aspects: attitude, skill and knowledge. Why, how and what. And these are the skill like behavioral, functional and technical aspect. They should know about why, how and what is this. So this is regarding the training intervention. Going forward, yes, next. So the best training and learning strategies, how we have, yes, it was the race against time. The amalgamation of the banks announced on 4th March 2020, and as you know that lockdown was there on 25th March and it was effective from 1st April 2020. So there was apprehension, people, process and then system. So people integration like discomfort on job security, staff benefits, seniority, etc., anxiety about new culture, change management and then processes. Uniformity in the processes like Andhra Bank, Corporation Bank and then Union Bank of India. And then the HR platforms, the IT platform were different for all the three banks, and the system integration like CBS and biggest challenge was IT and HR integration. So human resources and healthcare also biggest pandemic, and then the many schemes of the government of India like PM Swanidhi, emergency credit line, PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, and then PM Kisan Yojana. All those things also we need to implement in those pandemic time. So going forward, see agile and response. See, immediately after the lockdown, we sat and we developed the digital platform. In the month of March, there was a lockdown. It was announced on 24th March, and then in April, we have started the virtual training program, and our top management and from the training system, we have developed the virtual training policy. Virtual training policy as well as e-learning separate policy was formulated, and then SOP for the virtual training policy. If the program duration is more than 4 hours, they did not to go to the branch, or they should keep themselves away from the customer service so that 100% engagement will be there. So again, in the month of May itself, we launched the digital platform, and many more e-learning courses we offered, advanced and specialized training programs for amalgamated entities. Uniformity is there in the Finacle 10 was the software for the Union Bank of India. So in a record time, we migrated the Corporation Bank as well as Andhra Bank was having Finacle 7 platform. We upgraded the Finacle 7 to Finacle 10 and migrated to Finacle 10 in the month of December itself in a record time. Yes, flagship program for other training programs like hand-holding of the branches and then training them on the IT platform so that there will not be any customer complaints. Now leadership training program in the form of GMs, DGMs, we had one Triveni Sangam as well as town hall meeting. We sat them and then we took the feedback, and accordingly our intervention was there. Online short duration and long duration program we started, and giving them the all kinds of information, uniformity, best of 3 practices we started in the Union Bank of India. So the biggest our innovative training practices was in the form of, go back, it was in the form of query corner. Anyone can raise query, and within 72 hours here